Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Kaha is roll number 13?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. तो आज हम लोगों को पढ़ना था functions of central bank. क्या पढ़ना था? Functions of central bank. ठीक है. तो समझने से पहले कुछ पॉइंट्स हम लोग लिख लेते हैं ताकि चीजें बेहतर समझ में आए. एक हेडिंग दे दीजिएगा functions of central bank.
Yes.
Functions of central bank. लिखिएगा. The central bank and RBI performs the following important functions. Following important functions. Hyphen number 1. Monopoly in note issue. Monopoly in note issue. Monopoly in note issue. लिखिएगा. The RBI has exclusive authority. The RBI has exclusive authority of the issue of exclusive authority. The issue of the currency notes and
सर
हाँ
सर ऑथोरिटी के बाद क्या आया? एक्सक्लूसिव ऑथोरिटी.
for the issue of currency notes and the minting of the coins Full stop. Full stop नहीं comma देख रखना. With an exception of subsidiary coins to rupee 1 which is almost negligible, in the volume of The circulation of money. Circulation of money. Full stop. Next लिखिएगा. Paragraph change करके. These coins are minted and circulated by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Minted and circulated by the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Full stop. आगे लिखिए. Point number 2. Banker to the government. Banker to the government. Okay. The RBI acts as the banker to the state and central governments. Full stop. It provides financial advice upon matters relating to public borrowing, comma, public expenditure, comma, public revenue, etc. Full stop. आगे लिखिएगा. It raises finance for the government. By operating in a gilt-edged market, G-I-L-T, gilt-edged market.
Sir, operating
In a gilt-edged market, G-I-L-T, gilt-edged market, operating in a gilt-edged market, wherein it buys and sells, the government securities, where it buys and sells the government securities. Full stop. It also arranges, sorry, it also provides short-term finances to the government through the treasury bills, full stop. Generally, the duration of this finance is 90 days. Generally, the duration of this finance is how many days? 90 days. Full stop. It advises the government upon the rate of interest at which it should borrow and also the time of repaying the loans or debts. Also the time of repaying the loans or debts. आज हम लोग लिखने का काम कर लेते हैं ताकि एक साथ फिर इसको समझ लेंगे, ठीक है ना? पॉइंट नंबर 3 लिखिएगा, banker to the bank, banker to the bank, banker to the bank, okay. The RBI performs the same role the commercial bank performs for the general public. As the commercial bank performs for the general public. Full stop. आगे लिखिएगा. The RBI has the authority. The RBI has the authority to look into the books of accounts, to look into the books of accounts of the commercial banks. Full stop. It can also ask for the documents relating to the returns filed by the company, by the commercial banks, relating to the returns filed by the commercial banks. Full stop. आगे लिखिएगा. Return filed by the It may inquire into inquire, ENQUIRE. It may inquire into the legal reserves required to be kept by the commercial banks. Required to be kept by the commercial banks. Comma. As and when it feels fit to do so. As and when it feels fit to do so. Full stop. Next point दिखिएगा. Custodian of foreign exchange reserves. Custodian of foreign exchange reserves. Okay. All the reserves of foreign exchange in India is
सर रिपीट कीजिएगा, आवाज नहीं आ रहा था.
all the reserves of foreign exchange of India is maintained with the Reserve Bank of India. is maintained with the Reserve Bank of India. Full stop. The Reserve Bank is required to maintain the reserves. The Reserve Bank is required to maintain the reserves because it has to address the following two important issues. आइटम दे दीजिएगा नंबर ए. To maintain India's balance of payment position. To maintain India's balance of payment position. और नंबर 2 या बी जो भी लिख रहे हो. To stabilize the foreign exchange rates. To stabilize the foreign exchange rates. So that the foreign trade of India can be kept in balance. Next point लिखिएगा. Point number 5. Lender of the last resort. Lender of the last resort. RESORT. Lender of the last resort. लिखिए. The commercial banks under situation of financial crisis may approach the Reserve Bank of India, and if the apex bank finds it
Sir, if the apex bank
finds it, FINDS, finds it worthy, W-O-R-T-H-Y, finds it worthy, comma, the financial assistance is provided. The financial assistance is provided. Full stop. The financial assistance is provided. Full stop. Next point लिखिएगा. Acts as a clearing house. Acts as a clearing house.
सर एक्ट बोल रहे हैं.
Act, ACT, acts as a clearing house. लिखिए. The Reserve Bank of India has the accounts of all the commercial banks. Has the accounts of all the commercial banks. Full stop. Has the accounts of all the commercial banks. Full stop. The commercial banks within themselves, may have claims and counterclaims. May have claims and counterclaims. May have claims and counterclaims. Full stop.
सर
May have claims and may have claims, C-L-A-I-M-S, claims and counterclaims. Full stop. The Reserve Bank of India settles the claims by debiting and crediting the accounts, by debiting and crediting the accounts, by debiting and crediting the accounts of these banks. लास्ट में लिखिएगा कंट्रोलर ऑफ क्रेडिट, कंट्रोलर ऑफ क्रेडिट, कंट्रोलर ऑफ क्रेडिट, लिखिए the RBI controls the flow of credit that is the purchasing power, that is the purchasing power that is the purchasing power in the economy through various measures, through various measures, full stop, through various measures. The RBI controls the credit through, the RBI controls the credit through quantitative and qualitative measures, through quantitative and qualitative measures, through quantitative and qualitative measures. किसके थ्रू? थ्रू क्वांटिटेटिव एंड
क्वालिटेटिव
measures. Full stop. आगे लिखिएगा नीचे in nutshell, problem, the Reserve Bank of India, the Reserve Bank of India is the most important, is the most important regulatory and facilitating agency, which operates through extensive powers, full stop. ठीक है क्लास, ये आज हम लोगों ने लिखने का काम तो कर लिया. हेलो.
यस सर.
Sir,
we have done with writing the functions. इसको तुम लोग पढ़ के देखना, लेकिन नेक्स्ट क्लास में मैं इसको समझाऊंगा भी, और बैक और जो क्वांटिटेटिव मेजर्स है, क्वालिटेटिव मेजर्स है, उसके ऊपर भी हम लोग बातचीत करेंगे. ये सिर्फ मैंने लिखवाया है, अभी मैंने समझाया नहीं है. ठीक है क्लास?
यस सर.
ठीक है, तो आई एम स्टॉपिंग द लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग, वेट फॉर द अटेंडेंस.